What's up, everybody? I'm back with another episode of the Keep Going podcast. Today, my guest's name is Jabee. He's a local legend here in Oklahoma City. He's been a musical artist for over 20 years, toured the world. He's a community activist. He's an entrepreneur, and much, much more. He's also my niece's father, so he's family to me, and I really appreciate him giving me some time today. We get to touch on different topics of his life, what helps his mindset, what keeps him going, and just got to enjoy some time together. We're gonna definitely get him on for another episode, because right when he was getting comfortable, we had to head out. But Jabee, thank you so much. Everyone, enjoy the show and keep going. But we'll just roll into it. So I appreciate you coming on here with me, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I know you're a busy guy, so you'll have to update me on what you've been doing at the moment.
Yeah, man, right now, just most of the stuff is live free, and we just finished Juneteenth. Now I'm doing all the post stuff for that, working on a peace conference for September. Restaurant stuff, man, this album, same old shit, man.
And you were always, because I know you've been an artist for a long time. You'll have to tell me how long, though. Mm-hmm. How many years do you think?
Oh, shit, I don't know how many years. I mean,
you've been rapping since like middle school?
Yeah, but I started recording in high school. So, I'd say, probably 20 years. Damn. Yeah, something like that. Because
they say in like disciplines, after 10 years, you get comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure having 20, it's like a different level of flow, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for me now, it's just like, you know what, it's all good, because like now, being signed to this label, all I gotta do is rap and send the music in, you know what I'm saying? And they do everything else for me, you know. Good. So that's good. Usually I'm having to, do the marketing, the PR, the pressing up all the stuff and scheduling and tour, figuring out my tour and all that stuff, release days, everything that comes with it. But now I just get to record it, send it, and just, you know what I mean?
Then move on.
I just show up, you know what I mean? But also, when you rapping that long, you don't really like used to. I used to be like, if it was a show going on, I wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? If it's a crowd, I need to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be felt like that no more, man.
You get more selective, huh?
Yeah. So I have a price. If I can't find, if they can't meet that price, I don't even leave my house. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Because there's like, I have so many things, other things that I have to consider as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's that, but also it's just like, I'm not really just trying to, be seen or like be the best rapper or none of that. I'm just, I just love making music. So
have you always had to wear all those hats though? Because for you to tell me 15 things you're doing, and that's how I've known you. I've known you like, I guess 14 years or so. Mm-hmm. And that's how you've always been. But I mean, is that how it's always been? Is all the hats? Like, because being involved in that much stuff's got to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, it's always been, because it's always, even if it was just, even if I was just like working, I still had music, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So there was all the things that come with that, being a promoter and throwing my own shows and all that kind of stuff that came along with that.
First time I saw you was the Plaza in like 2012.
Dang. Yeah.
That was the first time I saw you. You invited me out and you said, hey, come check out this show. I brought my best friend, James. You've met him a couple times. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I ever saw you.
That's crazy.
And I was wearing a shirt and a hat that you gave me, which is wild because at the time, that used to be like, I was ready for that. When you would stop by and you'd be picking up Sailor or something, be like, oh, I got 3 larges.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. But I have a picture on my phone. And when someone calls, and it's me and James at that place.
And that's what's up. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of always been, that like now it's just having so many things, I even had to, now I had to hire somebody to help me, you know, with my scheduling, with my time management and stuff like that. Cause I got to a point to where I be on my way somewhere and somebody called me somewhere else going, you still coming? I'd be like, nah, I'm on my way to this. You know what I'm saying? So, just, you know, really just being better at that stuff.
But it makes me respect it and appreciate it too, because I live by a calendar for meeting people. And the fact that even though I know you very well, but I was able to email with your person and get it locked in, I almost prefer that, because I do that with other friends too that are in business like yourself. Yeah. And it's like, to me, it not only makes it more appreciative, but you kind of lock in a little more.
Yeah,
You're like, I only get this slot.
Yeah, because I know for me, like people, I'll text somebody something. If it don't go through her, then it might not even happen. If you text it to me, and I might say, yeah, I got you, I'll do that. And then like a bunch of stuff will pile up right after I just said yes to you. I done said like, you know, yes to like 8 other things, or 8 other messages done came through. And I'm trying to remember what the hell did I say I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I sent it to her. And she can look at my calendar and see what we can do. So it's just better, man. It's organized and it makes me better. And like you said, you know, people appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying? So I like it.
For sure. Respect it. And it gives you some time for yourself too, because I'm sure you're just go, go, go. But then when you see a break on your calendar for so many hours, that might be like you time or
bro,
you.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I see that break, usually it's like, it's usually like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And I usually use that time. Like, you know, I might, sit on my porch, smoke a cigar and sip some Jameson, or I might go to the, cigar lounge, or I just might sit on my laptop and just go through emails and, you know, do stuff that I can't do when I'm running around, you know what I'm saying? Cause I get anxious if I gotta sit in one spot. Like I had a meeting today. We sat in the same spot for like an hour. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I know it's it's hard for me to do. So when I can just sit and chill, like I see them breaks in my schedule. I'm like, man, that's what I need.
No, I understand getting a moment to catch up, because my job obviously is different from you, but I'm in that sales environment where a lot of my stuff is talking and connecting the dots. And then when you do get a breather, it's like, oh, let me focus on the back end stuff, where I've had to get people in place to help me like you have, because they're great tasks, but your thoughts and your focus is better off somewhere else. So it's kind of interesting.
No doubt.
Because I'm sure that was, like you said, it wasn't like that for you all the time. So for you to grow into it is good.
Yeah. So I think about just now, like with restaurants, with Live Free, and then this Peace Conference. And then, you know, all the things that happen when I do Juneteenth. I'm also working on the Claire Looper Legacy stuff, because that anniversary is coming up this month. Wow. We do that every year.
Do you have something almost every month? Yeah,
I think I'm forgetting something else. And then With Love, so the art initiatives that we do, and then of course music. You know, I got to keep those dates in line. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but yeah. And then teaching, you know.
I thought about that the other day, actually, because I went to your hip hop class before.
Oh, you did?
Your hip hop history.
Yeah.
I came twice. You let me come up there, and I was like, this is cool to learn from someone straight from the source.
Yeah. So with all those things, man, I love it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like you definitely got, when you get those breaks, man, you got to take them, you know what I'm saying? So
what makes you, I know you are a caring person, but what makes you care so much to do all those things? Because to be that involved, like, that takes more than just caring. Like, you got to know, you got to be mature. You have to know there's big stuff bigger than you. Like, there's so many things.
I think a big part of it is just, you know, community. You know, I think for me, like people always ask me, just like, even like that, just, you know, whenever we're doing like our organizing and activism work, like say when we was doing the Julius Jones stuff, or like I was talking before about the kid got killed by the police, it's like it's like knowing that there are people who really don't know what to do or how to handle those things, and you just like you see an injustice, you know what I'm saying? And you want to do what you can to help. You know, I feel like a lot of times in life we're so used to like taking, not like like I'm taking something from you, but like we just live our life, and you know, we don't really give anything back to, you know, civilization. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to be somebody who gives back in some way all the time. And so, you know, and I just have a heart for my community. You know what I mean? And I hate seeing, you know, injustice, you know, happen. So, but sometimes I wish I didn't give a damn, man. You know, because it's so hard, you know. And when you like me, when I have kids, you know, and I think about all the things that, you know, that they sacrifice, or all the times I put myself in danger, you know what I'm saying, for those situations, or I risk, you know, going to jail or something like that, and knowing that I have kids, you know what I'm saying, and they want to deal with that, you know. So, but you know, I just think that, man, like we got to be. For me, it's important that I, you know, stand up, you know, and fight injustice when I see it, the best when I know how, you know, and I just have a heart for it, man. Like, it's a burden. Like, I see it and I gotta say something. I gotta do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wish I could just chill. I got homies who they could care less. They be chilling, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know. And they don't even know some of the stuff be happening. You know, perfect example. I want to say it was 2020. We did a march, to the state capitol.
Oh yeah. From somewhere on 23rd, right?
Yeah, we did a few somewhere of them, far. But yeah, that one we did from 23rd in front of the tower, and we had, the police run up on us. We had the Proud Boys run up on us, you know, and you know what I'm saying, it got heated, you know, and it was a really, really tense situation, but it was just crazy. And then after that, I think I had a show that night too, or I went to a show. So I did that protest, you know, probably almost went to jail or some more. And then I leave and go to that show, and people was hanging out and had no idea that stuff happened. Had no idea that we was just in the middle of, you know, fighting some injustice for them, and they was at the bar kicking it and chilling. So I don't fault anybody for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, sometimes, you know, people don't even know that kind of stuff is happening. They don't even know.
Yeah, and it speaks to what you have to deal with as far as mentally, because you're going from, okay, well, I'm in march mode. Then I'm in protection mode, and you're fighting for all this, but now you got to go entertain almost. Yeah. And then when you go to your next spot, it's going to be the next hat. Yeah. So I bet it even makes you like, I bet there's times you forget about like, oh, how am I feeling? Like, am I all right for this? Because you got to just go to the next.
Yeah. You know, and that's, you know, I think about that sometimes, you know, but yeah, I always got to be on, you know what I'm saying? All the time, I always got to be on. And that's why I take those times at the end of my day to sit on my porch and just and smoke a cigar and sip some Jameson. Not, you know what I'm saying, not talk to nobody, just sit there, just me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just chill, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, talk to my kids, you know what I'm saying, or stuff like that you know, kind of help balance all that other stuff out, you know what I mean, and rejuvenate me and get me ready for the next day. You know what I'm saying? So,
how's the fatherhood helped you? Because I know you've been a dad for a while, but
yeah,
I mean, how do you think it's helped you?
It's helped me be less reckless, you know, because everything I do, I'm always considering how will this affect them. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just, you know, it just helps me be responsible, you know what I mean? And I always say this, man, like, you know, I know people who do all the things that I do more, and they don't have the kind of support that I do, and they struggle, you know what I'm saying? But man, I tell people all the time, man, like, you know, all my kids' moms know what I do. They all, you know what I'm saying, have my back and support me we got family like you. I know if I need you or something like that, we can call you. You know what I'm saying? My sister, my mom, you know, my other sisters. Like, there's so much support from people who believe in me and, you know, kind of, you know, understand, you know, what I do, that, you know, it just makes it easier for me to even be a dad, because I got so many people around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that pick up the slack for me, you know what I'm saying, with my children, you know what I mean? So,
makes it hard for you to not be grateful when you're like, look at all these blessings right here where that help me keep going.
So many, you know, I think about, you know, just, you know, all the times where I have to go out of town, or all the times where, you know, I'm camping out in front of the governor's mansion for Julius Jones, and you know, I can't have my kids there, and, you know, we doing that for weeks and weeks and months, and, you know, it's like, man, like, you know, just all the help, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely grateful in that sense. And, you know, it's so many people that really helped me in those areas, you know what I'm saying? I can't even front, you know, so.
What do you think on the traveling side it's helped you? Because you've always been diverse to me. Like, I feel like if someone knows you, they know that there's a bunch of sides. So you were someone early that I paid attention to when I was first getting out of high school, because you were going overseas a lot.
Yeah.
What made you make that jump, where I bet some artists that were here that were growing like you were would probably be like, no, well, let me tour just locally?
Yeah, man, I always wanted to, you know. That's always been a dream of mine, was to tour overseas, because I you know, a lot of people that I listened to coming up, you know, I would always read about how, you know, how much love and support they got overseas, you know what I'm saying? And so I knew that, I knew not even bigger than just, you know, being able to say I did it or just a stunt. I just knew how it would like widen, you know, like my reach, my footprint with this music, you know what I'm saying? And so,
and widen your just worldview in general.
Yeah, and it definitely did, you know what I'm saying? And it really helped shape me for, you know, doing shows here, because it's like you see how to, you know, I learned how to take care of people, how artists I book now, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, because I see, like, you know, how well they do that over there, you know what I mean? And so,
what was one of your favorite spots? And I know it probably changes every time you think about it, but just one off top.
Yeah, off top, I would say Switzerland and Ecuador.
Okay.
Ecuador, just because, like, they're just so appreciative of, like, you know, hip hop and you know, just, you know, just people who come in to, you know what I'm saying, who come around and, you know, they like just reach out for them and like just are there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being able to do stuff there and do music and perform and them barely even know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, was just crazy. But I remember I performed in one spot, and then the next spot, this lady and her kids who saw me at the first spot, like, brought like a bunch of like fruit and stuff for me. They just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they came and found me. And then Switzerland, I really like the, you know, I want to say, like, the venues were really cool. The vibe, like, you know, like hip hop wise, it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? I went to like some dope parties. And
when was this?
That was Switzerland, was like 2015 maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, just the parties was cool. The people were cool. Like, people that I met over there, I still, you know, talk to this day.
Yeah.
You know, and,
I noticed that with traveling, you used to be surprised who you still talk to.
Yeah, man. And so I met some really cool people, and, you know, I just love how, like, you know, the venues had like here, you could do a show. There might be places. I know you don't have that in Oklahoma City, because I know all the venues, but there probably other places let's see to do this, but there are, I've been to them. But what I liked about most of the ones we went to in Switzerland, like, the venue had like beds and stuff in it. Like, you stay, like, you perform, and you stayed at the venue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was just cool, you know, like they thought about everything. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody who cooked for us, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. It was fire, man.
It takes a lot of the stress out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like they thought about everything. And so so it was just cool to see see it done a different way, I guess.
Bro, and not even like just on the music side, but to be a man from the East Side and you're sitting in Switzerland performing.
Yeah.
I know there was times you were sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, bro, this is no way.
I still do it. I still do it, you know. I was just in Ireland and I was just thinking, man, what the hell? This is crazy. Or, like sitting in the White House, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there going, you would have talked to me 10 years ago, I'd have been like, hell no, that ain't, that's, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, and just to be able to be blessed to be able to do all that stuff, man, and, especially knowing, where I come from and, all the things I've been through and what I've seen, it's like, it's just really cool. And I don't know, I just really appreciate the opportunity to be who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why the flowers come back to you, because like you're able to recognize that this isn't normal.
Yeah.
And it's not changing you in a bad way. Like you're hitting, like you do a lot of action, but then your mind is catching up where you're able to be in these rooms. Like you said, some people don't know the steps.
Yeah.
Like some people don't know the process of getting to that, but you can talk to any range of people.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive, especially just in general, but being where you're from. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that didn't have that opportunity or wouldn't take it.
Yeah, and don't, and that's the thing, but also appreciate, the importance and the significance of like, what it means to be able to do any of that stuff. Cause a lot of times people feel entitled or like they just that cool, they deserve it, or like, you know what I'm saying? They done did so much, so they supposed to get that. And it's like, me, I always feel like, or I always try to remind myself that, none of all these stuff can be taken. And I always try to remind myself that, I didn't get here by myself. And it's always important to remind myself that I'm nowhere near where I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I still have so far to go and so much more to do. And this is all part of that journey. So I can't walk around here like I done did it all, or I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm the man. Cause I know what the other side, I know what it looks like, and I ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm striving for.
Well,
and even to get there, I still have a lot more to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you can balance being able to enjoy it, push to be better, but not be like self-destructive. Like I'm not there yet. Oh, this is the end. Cause I mean, even just doing the normal community things and going to DC and doing all that, but then you also have tour, then you also have being a dad. And then you mentioned the restaurants. So how many have you been opening recently? I know it's
we got
several.
Well, I'm trying to, several on my mind, but, Eastside Pizza House in Scramble. So we opened Eastside Pizza House in 2022, and then we opened, Scramble in July of 2023. So we just celebrated 1 year of Scramble and then 2 years of Eastside Pizza House.
And you get a strong sense of community, like putting something quality in an area that's growing like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, especially with Scramble, because, whenever we were like thinking about Scramble and wanting to do Scramble, we would go to different restaurants. We would go to Atlanta, we would go to LA, we would go to Houston, we would go to DC, like all these places that had like this brunch culture popping up. You know what I mean? And take ideas and, try to, man, this is dope. We like how you do that, and then also whenever we did the build out, this is why people like Cordell is so important as my partner who opened up Scramble with me, is because like, he's so specific about like how things look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, I mean, down to every detail, you know what I mean? And so having that, it really like you can just kind of see the morale in our neighborhood change just because you walk into a place and people say, I feel like I'm in Houston. I feel like I'm in Atlanta just by, how I look. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't get a lot of that in Oklahoma. I mean,
Yeah.
even the first time I went to Atlanta, I was like, oh, yeah, you can see a whole building or a whole complex pretty much, and it's majority black-owned businesses that are booming and have a high quality. And that's the quality is what you see.
Everything needs to be, high quality. Even like with Eastside Pizza House, is like, I wanted high quality, but I also wanted it to be a place that the community could take ownership of. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I can see that.
That's why Eastside Pizza House is the way it is. But people come there all the time and they're like, why your pizzas have all these gourmet ingredients and this and that? Because we want to have good high quality products. That we don't want to people to feel like just because we're on the east side they got to look and taste like a $5 pie. You know what I'm saying? We want people to feel like they getting something when they eat over there. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I agree with the attention to detail for Cordell too, because we met randomly a couple years ago and had coffee, but then also went to some of their pop-ups with Alori Chanel. And then he was like, yeah, look at my building. We're starting. And it was all under contract. I mean, under construction. And then he was like, yeah, but this is going to be here. This is going to be here. So even before I got like a crash course of him, like, being so attentive, and then to see you all stay successful with it, because I know the restaurant business has to be tough.
Hard, man, hard. And that's another thing too, is like I knew that I couldn't be at the restaurant all day every day. You know what I'm saying? And when we first started, I said, man, I can't be in there every day. And he was like, I will. You know what I mean? The same with Eastside Pizza House. People come in there all the time going, where's JB at? People come scramble, go, where's JB at? It's like, man, I can't be there. I gotta be bouncing around. You know what I'm saying?
But that's kind of your superpower. Yeah. Like you're a part of it.
Yeah.
And you're the reason, but it's not like even the tower. Like I think of you. I think of all those places. I think of you because you're leaving a lasting impression.
Yeah.
So, one thing I know you're getting strapped for time, but something I was curious about is traveling for me really expanded my palate, like how I would eat. And I know in the last few years I've seen you more on the like you're down to do tastings and stuff like that. I didn't even do that till a few years ago.
Yeah.
But where are some places that you've really enjoyed? Not just like a restaurant, but like on your travels. Like when I was in Switzerland,
I was gonna say I had the best hamburger ever in Switzerland.
Just standard burger.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? The restaurant was like in a loading dock. You know how
okay.
You know how you see like those buildings where they have those loading docks where the big trucks pull up.
Like a bunch of spots for UPS trucks or something?
Yeah, that's what the restaurant was in place like that.
Oh, like they just rolled up the door?
Yes, it was crazy. But I mean, it was like that. You rolled the door, but inside it was really nice.
Yeah, modern.
Yeah, it was. I was like, because on the outside, like, man, this is a warehouse or what? And then you go in, it's like, dang, it's crazy. It's an actual restaurant. But they had a dope burger in there. What else? I didn't like Ireland too much.
Just on the food choices.
Yeah, I tell you what I did. I tell you what I do like. I went to Monterrey, Mexico, and I had some really great food there.
Where's Monterrey?
Don't give me the line.
But
yeah, it's in Mexico somewhere. But I had some really great food there. And then just like. I just say overseas, the best food I had was in Switzerland. Here in the States, man, everywhere. You like different places for different things. Like I love street tacos and tortas in LA. I had some really good food in Seattle and Portland.
Was that more burgers and stuff, or was it seafood? Or
yeah, like burgers and stuff. The best seafood I ever had, I think, was in Boston. I like seafood towers.
Where you can try a lot.
Yeah, I like those.
We tried a place in Bath where we had not a tower, but you get small plates.
Yeah,
and we got to get like some scallops and some mussels and like get a little bit of everything. Where you can just pick on it.
Yeah.
What about here locally? Where's a spot people should try, you think? I've seen you eat at a lot of nice places.
Yeah.
And when I mean nice, it doesn't have to be
Yeah,
the tasting, but I like the range.
Yeah, okay. I like Barcachetti a lot.
Yeah, that's so solid. If people don't know about that, it's solid with the small plate.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the Gray Sweater.
I think I've only ate on the walnut side.
Yeah.
So there's two, right?
Yeah. The Gray Sweater does like the tasting, like the, like the set menu, kind of like Nonsuch does.
Okay.
Nonsuch is fire. People used to say whenever it first opened that like, you don't get full, but I've never eaten there and not been full. So,
well, some people, like the first time I came across that, we were in Tulsa for a comedy show. And we were going to eat pizza, like fire brick oven pizza. The place was way too packed. We looked across the street. It was a Nonsuch type place.
Yeah. And
we ate there, and I thought the same. I wasn't going to get full, but then you have 6 or 7 plates.
Right.
And you tasted like 38 flavors.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, mind expanding.
Yeah. It was fire to me. So Barcachetti, but my favorite spots to eat are Frida.
That's the best.
Cheevers.
What about Madur?
Madura's dope. I did a collab with him at Eastside Pizza House.
Okay.
Yeah, Madura's dope.
Yeah, and you did the collab with the ice cream too.
I actually try to go with Madura. They do like a thing every now and then, like pop-ups and stuff. Try to make all the pop-ups. But his menu is so dope, man.
But yeah, Frida is crazy. I like that seafood tamale.
Man, yes. Frida is like probably if somebody's coming in town, I try to take them to Frida because the atmosphere is dope and the quality's dope. And
it's ranged
menu.
Enough.
Yeah, and they got great drinks, cocktails, and stuff like that. It's like everything.
Well, I like how those places are more normal now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you could probably only name like 5 or 6, but there's some really good quality spots.
Some really good ones too, and they're local. But yeah, those Cheevers, Frida. I like Picasso too. Frida's Cheevers, Barcachetti. I tell you who else has a good menu that I've been eating lately is Teller's downtown.
I haven't been there. That's good. The one place I probably haven't been on that.
That's good.
That's in the bank building or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's another spot around on the other side of it called Stock and Bond.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they have a seafood tower there. I've only eaten there one time. And usually like I don't trip about, but like you gotta think I don't trip about, how much stuff costs. Like if I can't afford that day, I just won't go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go and be like, oh, it's just too much and I shouldn't be in there that day, right? So it's not about the price, but I just feel like I can get the same quality, meal and menu and all that at some other places that have a little bit cheaper food. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a little more local, I would think.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't bad. But I've only been there 2 times, but it wasn't bad.
Oh, I used to think that was something I wanted, was like a steakhouse. But as my palate grew, and we cook good steaks at the house, I'm more into flavors. Yeah, like we just had lunch today, and it was at a Thai place, and you're getting the sour, the spicy, the sweet, the salty. I'm more into that now, I think, than the classic.
And see, I don't really eat beef or pork, so I gotta find other options. I don't eat that much fried food, so I gotta find other options. But in Oklahoma, everything is fried and everything is steak. So
it's funny because my wife does a majority of the cooking now, and she's really good at it. But anytime she wants me to make some, she's like, "Hey, will you do like some fried okra or fried this?" Yeah. And I just think of my mom, telling me like, "Well, do this," and I'm like, "Why do I fry these things so good?" It's hilarious. I'm like, "Damn, this shit is true."
Yeah, I used to kill it, man, but I just can't do it no more, man.
Oh, I can't either.
It's just
once you realize it affects your body, you kind of take it out. And you've been more in shape in multiple years recently, but you wouldn't be able to go running and do all that stuff if you have grease in your stomach. Man.
Not at all. Now, it just feels so heavy if I do eat it. But
it's that oil.
Yeah, man, it's that grease. And so I will say, if I'm out of town or something like that on tour or in a different city, and it's just like, this is the place you got to try they hot wings, or this is the place you got to try this or whatever, then I'll try it. I'm not about to order it. Like if you get it, I'll try it. So But I just can't eat have a whole meal like that. So,
And we grew up on a lot of that heavy food.
all the time, bro.
So we'll go to a barbecue and I'm like, nah.
All the time. My mom, she'll fry all that stuff and just put it in the bowl in the middle of the table. You know what I'm saying? Take that chicken down when you get home. And then she get home and start frying that joint up. So
When I think of my mom's cooking, and I know you got to roll, so I'll finish up. But when I think of my mom's cooking, I'm like, what's my favorite? And it was always like something fried.
yeah.
Whether it was okra and like the chicken fried steaks,
Mm-hmm.
or she would do these cut in half chicken breasts breaded.
Oh, that sounds fire. Yeah.
But it was funny because she'd make, single mom life, she'd make like 30 of them.
Yeah.
And then I just have them in the fridge for 3 days. And I'm like, man, this is like 12
Yeah.
meals. But
Yeah. Same thing with spaghetti too. Like spaghetti.
well, we're
that's
scarred
like-
on spaghetti
that's
because
like,
of that.
That's like 12. That's like a month worth of food. Spaghetti. You look up and you on like day 30 and you eating it with a piece of bread like a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Bro, I got to say again, I appreciate you
Yeah, no
doing
doubt.
this. It's nice to just catch up.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to get you on here again when you got
Let's do
time.
it.
But
Let's do it. Yeah.
I do want to give you some flowers. So those questions about like how you manage all those hats and things, I appreciate your guidance on that because I'm a maturing man myself. And I feel like I wasn't cognitive of those standards years ago to where in the last few years you kind of assess those risks a lot more. So on a man side, I appreciate you. And then just being a father for Sailor
Yeah.
means a lot to me.
No doubt.
Because
bro.
I know it's
Appreciate
good for boys and girls alike, but for that young lady to have a dad
Yeah.
that she's proud of,
it. Yeah.
it's crazy. I'll leave it on a story. One time I went to one of your shows at the Tower, and I would go to your shows solo a lot because you would have so many that it would be like, well, I don't even want to set it up with anyone. I'm gonna just go.
Pull up. Yeah.
So I would go, and I was at one at the Tower, and I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of bobbing my head, and I look, and Sailor's right behind me on a table watching you. And she's just sitting there eating her McDonald's. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, oh, I didn't even see that was you. She's like 5.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those core memories where I'm like, no, she always knows that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you a
That's
lot.
that's my road dog, man. Like, yeah, like she been with me for everything. That's my, you know what I'm saying? So
And watching her mature now is
Yeah, it's-
very interesting.
it's crazy, man. I'm like, who are you, yo? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's always been like so chill and so cool, but like to see her, mature and like develop her own, what she likes, what she's interested in,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Just like theater, you know what I mean? Like, we were trying what do you want to do? You like basketball like this, and,
And for her to grab onto theater like that, and then
Yeah.
you take her to see Hamilton in New York, like those are core things that are going to propel her further.
yeah.
Like
I
for
hope
her to
so,
see
man.
it being real,
Yeah.
she's like, oh no, I can do it. Like, because if there's someone that likes theater, but they've never been to something like that or never been in the place at the plaza or any of
Yeah.
those things, they're not going to know it's possible.
Yeah.
Same way growing up where you grew
Yeah.
up, you're not going to know it's possible. So
Yeah.
for her, it's crazy. And something about her personality that's interesting is she was always chill,
Mhm.
but to see her right now, she's chill, but she's like growing up. So it's
Yeah.
like ominous. You're like trying to read her,
Yeah,
but she's just
so
chill.
she's so cool. Like everything she
She's
does,
just cool.
I'm just like, man, you don't even realize how cool you are, yo. So
That's-
I'm always telling her that. So
Well, man, I appreciate you, bro.
no doubt, brother. I
We'll get you
appreciate
next time. I love you,
Yeah,
man.
let's do it again. Let me know when it come out so I can share it and stuff.